on.
No, this was not so much a con. Well, it was a con, but it wasn't so much one of those, just a missed bargain.
Yeah.
Doorbell rings, answer it. It's a couple of girls. They must have been 13 or 14, maybe. Now, I've always had a problem with teenagers. I'm intimidated by teenagers.
In case they call you a dork or something.
Well, I mean, I told you before, I was walking down the street once, and, there's two guys coming towards me. I mean, real losers. Do you know what I mean? Glasses, the spots, greasy hair. Do you know, really pathetic. And I was sniggering to myself. I was thinking, look at those losers. And as I passed them, I heard one of them look at me and say to his mate, look at that geek. I was furious. I was thinking, I'm allowed to call you a nerdlinger, but gee, I didn't expect it back. I was really furious and, like, upset. And so, as I say, these teenagers are at the door, and they were quite aggressive, quite aggressive girls. And they had a piece of A4 paper, and they went, we're doing a sponsored thing. Yeah. But I didn't quite catch what it was they were doing that was sponsored. I think they sort of fudged it. They went, we're doing a sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
And I went, right. And they went, do you want to sponsor us?
Boy, they picked on the wrong person.
I sort of, I was a bit intimidated. I don't know why I said no. I was worried maybe it was part of some kind of, you know, hidden camera show, you know.
Yeah.
And, so I said, yeah, alright, I'll sponsor you. So they handed me this form, and I always thought you were supposed to have quite an official-looking form for any sponsorship thing. But this was literally a piece of A4 torn out of a notepad.
It was the back of a Gareth Gates poster.
Exactly.
And, with some blue tack on it.
Yeah, well, and they said, and I looked at it, and I didn't really absorb it, but it had things like, you know, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Smith, you know, £5. Yeah. And then no one's actual address, just Finchley Road, you know, nothing too specific.
Yeah.
So I wrote my name on, and, put down £3. 'Cause a lot of people were giving fivers, but I thought, you know, I'm not made of money, it's Christmas. I've got to buy gifts and stuff.
So I gave him a fiver and asked for change.
Yeah, well, I gave him £3. I said, I'll sponsor you for £3. Best of luck. And they went, can we have the money? And I said, well, aren't you supposed to do the thing? And the woman the girl just looked at me, she just went, no. So I gave her £3.
But what difference does it make?
Well, I'm assuming, though, that it's not going to any charity. But it's no sponsored
thing at all. But then, I'm not being funny, the charity that it's not going to, you wouldn't have given to it anyway.
It's true enough.
So all that's happened is, you're £3 down.
But I'm £3 down.
Yeah, but if it would've gone to charity, it'd be £3 down. The fact that it hasn't gone to charity doesn't matter, because you wouldn't have given it to charity.
Yeah, but if it had gone to charity, Rick, I'd have felt a little bit superior, a little bit smug. That'd have kept me going for another 6 months. Whereas now, it's just gone to a couple of weeks off the street, you know, who are scamming people. Possibly old people, Rick, and that's who I feel sorry for. They've not got a great deal of money. That's why I'm not worried about myself. I've got a bit of cash, but back the old people.
Yeah. Although you are £3 down, which probably still hurts, doesn't it?
It's still stinging. That's why I just like to tell you now, get off my chest. It's
Merry Christmas.
Thing, yeah.
Just be careful.
If you're living up in North London, be careful. There's two girls that are going around. I expect, you know, they might come to your door.
But they might
be wary.
Be genuine.
No, I don't think so.
No.
They were common. They were very common. Do you know what I mean?
Was the giveaway things like, you know, Santa Claus had given £10,
exactly.
Tony Blair had given £1? Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I think you were conned, mate.
Yeah.
Right. Won't Get Fooled Again by The Who. Ian, I'm gonna ask your expert opinion. Is that not one of the greatest rock songs of all time?
Yeah, if you'd have played the proper version of it.
I know, but it's 6.5 minutes, and we usually do, but we just thought, you know, it's Christmas, people wanna, you know, have more Jonah Louis.
Yeah, but we could have played like the full 8 minutes rather than making the show sound like strolling round your local Asda with the Christmas songs with a little bit more racism.
That to me sounds like fighting talk. You want a rock challenge, Canfield. You can't handle the truth. I'm gonna rock this out the last 40 minutes.
Can we put Keith Moon in the monolith?
I was gonna ask you. He's my favourite drummer of all time. Will you go along with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we got Lemmy and Keith Moon.
Yeah.
Are we making up a kind of super rock band here?
We could do. That. We could make up a super rock band.
That's far too passé. Just call it the Monolith of Rock. It sounds more stupid.
Okay. So we got Lemmy and Moon.
Yeah.
We need 3 more. So we need two more pillars of rock, and then one to stand astride it, like the metal angel of death.
Now, Ian, you've hung out with some of the big rock names, haven't you?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going anywhere with this. I'm intrigued. Tell me some of the people you've hung out with. You've hung out with Maiden, have you?
I've hung out with Maiden. I've been flying with Bruce Dickinson.
Yeah. And have you? I mean,
it only took us 3 attempts to land at Gatwick a few weeks ago.
But I don't know much about you, Ian. Are you someone who lives the rock and roll excess lifestyle? Are you kind of drink and drugs? Is that your thing?
I like to be kind of, you know, on the edge, having a look at what's going on inside.
Right, I don't quite know what that means.
Well, yeah,
it's the way they talk, Steve.
Right. Well, I mean, you know, because I mean, some of those rockers, they're hard-living boys. Can you keep up with them? Do you know, you up till 4 in the morning?
Oh, 4 in the morning?
Yeah.
4 in which morning?
Hey, Daddy-o, man. We're going out about 4 in the morning. Carl reckons the gays go out late.
Yeah.
He played, his favourite song is The Killing of Georgie, right? And he went, yeah, but would it have happened if he'd have been, you know, going out a bit earlier?
Yeah, well, no, fair point.
Yeah.
Is that song time specific then?
No, but he reckons he probably got, because he was out late.
Oh, right, okay.
He said there's one that works here, sometimes he doesn't go out till midnight.
But, you know, I imagine you a little bit like that, little boy in the film Almost Famous. When you're on tour with the rock legends, do you know what I mean? You're like, you know, the little kid there, maybe the doors are being closed in your face, are they, as they go berserk?
Yeah, when I started, yeah, okay, yeah, but now, you know, I insist I
see was one of theirs.
Yeah, access all areas laminate, you know, I mean, I can enter venues now with a big bottle of Jack Daniels, I don't get stopped.
Yeah. And
really?
But seriously, have you, without naming names, obviously, what, excess have you seen? Have you witnessed anything? Or have people calmed down now? Are these rockers clean living now?
Depends who you're talking about.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is there anything going on like the days of, you know, Ozzy and Motley Crue?
I haven't seen, I haven't seen any red snappers, like with Jimmy Page. Do you know that story of mine? I can't talk about it then, forget about that, yeah.
Oh, is it disgusting?
Yeah, well, yeah.
But is it worse than talking about B-Days and Ricky's farts?
Kind of.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I know. You wouldn't want the instruction manual as to what happened with the red snapper, like you do with the B-Days.
Sure.
God.
But don't, as I say, don't name names. Obviously, you know, there's a sort of client, you know, doctor confidentiality or whatever that you...
Yeah, well, I saw...
We know there's no one listening.
Yeah.
So it won't go further than this studio.
I saw a member of a very big band play the Astoria recently, and they turned up at the Astoria about 15 minutes before they were going on stage, right? And someone said to them, "Is it good to be playing the Astoria?" To which he turned around and went, "Oh right, are we in London?"
Really? Oh dear.
And this person then managed
It wasn't Daniel O'Donnell, was it?
I can only think of the Libertines. No, that's not a very big, huge band, is it? No.
Bigger than that. Bigger than
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
What other rock and roll excess do you want? Oh, I was told once that if you stay up for 2 days, the best thing to do is eat some yogurt. This is just like we're going to having tips now.
Sure.
Yeah, you know. So if that's apparently the best thing at the end of the excess, you need some yogurt. So always keep some in the fridge.
Yeah.
And chopsticks are no good.
No,
Yeah, so don't, whatever you do, don't go on a bender in China, because otherwise you'll be screwed, right?
No, there's no benders in China. Oh, there are. There's about 100 million.
Yeah. Another tune that I enjoyed this year, Rick. I don't know what your thoughts are on it. I'm fascinated to find out.
Loving it.
Jay-Z and Farrell and Frontin.
What do you think, Canfield? Darkness #1?
Yeah, well, they cheated, didn't they? Because they went and did their signing at HMV yesterday, so they could get in like an hour of extra sales.
Why is that cheating, though?
Well, you know, I don't know. Well, I suppose Gary Jules could have turned up at Virgin down the road, couldn't he? And
yeah,
you know. Okay, well then in that case they're going.
Deserves to be sort of #1 because at least it's potentially a sort of evergreen, sort of Slade type classic, and they are the biggest sort of band around at the moment.
Canfield, what are your thoughts? You love rock. What do you make of the Darkness?
It's alright, they've been around for a while now.
Sure.
You know, another year, maybe.
But they're all the ingredients of everything you like, I imagine. They've got a bit of glam, they've got a bit of Queen, they've got a bit of AC/DC. It's all in there. You've got a bit of Bruce Forsyth. You know what I mean? He's funny. They're a good fun band, aren't they?
Yeah, they're
I mean, they're essentially just too close to novelty. But then so was Slade, in a way. Slade have only got this credibility resurgence in retrospect. At the time, they were a pop band that essentially were for teenagers and thugs.
I'm not sure Canfield's going to be championing Slade though up there in the same way that he champions the Maiden.
But you got to appreciate what Hold has done, surely.
Yeah, I appreciate what Hold has done. But they only became cool, didn't they, when Oasis covered them?
Yeah. I mean, I genuinely always liked Slade, and I've still got a soft spot for him. But the Darkness, we'll have to wait and see.
At least the Darkness weren't as irresponsible for the kids of today, though, because the amount of spelling mistakes that Slade were responsible for at school in the 70s must be atrocious.
Putting the Zs in.
Rubbish.
Ian, I'm gonna have to ask you for our third pillar of rock before the ad break.
Right, well, we need, who have we got? So we've got
Lemmy and Moon.
Right, okay. I think we need to put in, we need a guitarist in there. We should maybe put in Keith Richards. I'm a little bit worried about the health scare, because the kind of air pollution around any venue that this band might play, with, like, Lemmy and Keith Richards there,
yeah,
you know.
See, I'm surprised at Keith Richards, because I wouldn't have thought it was heavy enough for you, but the Stones have done enough to get in the annals of rock.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play some ads.
Quick question. Do you actually speak like this, Ian?
What?
This is your real voice. This is real voice, yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Do your daytime sort of voice, the X-list voice. So it's fast. It's just coming up to 20 past 2 on XFM 104.9. After the break, we've got Feeder. Say that.
It's just coming up to 20 past 2 on XFM 104.9. These are the ads.
The trouble with that song is, don't know about it could sound like he's saying something to do with BELLENDS.
Well, yeah.
What?
Heaven forbid.
What, you think he meant that?
Did he?